This I shepherd, I shall not want him, make I like down in a green pasture, him lay I beside still water them, him restore I soul, him lay I in another part of righteousness for him name's sake. Yay! Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and the staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them, who anointed I head with no oil, my cup runneth over. Surely, goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, kadama way grow my be. How ma so bolisa, maugan so bolisa, maugan so bolisa, maugan so bolisa. I don't know what talk was sickly for. I watanyu moe, atanyu moe, atanyu moe. Oh, you all done. This is the Blakk Pot, aka COCOBOD, and here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. And again, here we are not neutral, because we are not, and we have never claimed to be. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth in my name. Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. That is what we do here, literally. Yes, I said literally, not metaphorically. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, right from the crowns of their heads all the way down to the soles of their feet. And we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Blakk Pot, aka COCOBOD, where we speak truth to power. And we are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. You can also find us on Instagram. Yes, they're also on X, formerly called Twitter. You can find us, and we are called the Black Empire Media. On TikTok, we keep ticking and talking with the gracious hands of patriotism. This is the Blakk Pot, aka COCOBOD, and here we speak truth to power. Yes, I must apologize for the false start. We had some technical issues and we had to just go back and deal with that. I want to believe that everything is done. Please do forgive us for the inconvenience. We are fully above the water, and it's time now, my brother, my sister, to bring you what we bring you best. All right? This is the Blakk Pot, aka COCOBOD. And here we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. And above all, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and hit on the notification button so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. Okay? And please share the broadcast as well. Come here. Now, I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Thank you so much to Tesori d'Oriente. Now, with Tesori d'Oriente, it is Italian technology and African raw materials. My brother, is a shower gel, a little bit of it in the middle of your palm, shake up the water, and it's a rich ladder of foam. Oh my God. And with Tesori d'Oriente, turn every shower into a royal experience. My brother, my sister, it is soft, silky, and smooth. And it has that long-lasting oriental fragrance. Rich ladder. Oh my God. And it goes a very long way, 48 hours and beyond. It gives you all the confidence that you always wanted. My brother, my sister, this is Tesori Doriente. Oh Lord. Now it comes in so many different fragrances. And when we say fragrances, we mean fragrances. My brother, my sister, not flavors. Now, each one of them is unique. My favorite is the forest therapy. Maybe you would love the royal oud. Maybe you would love the Persian dream. Maybe you would love something else. Pick up from the variety of fragrances and walk out of the Garden of Eden in confidence and in full bloom of fragrance. My brother, my sister, it is premium quality, made affordable, right here in Ghana, distributed by Daddy Ash Limited. Please call Daddy Ash for bulk purchases and enquiries on 0244 772599. My brother, my sister, the numbers are on the screen. And I want to say thank you so much to Tesori Doriente. Premium quality, made affordable. I want to also say thank you very much to Millennium Insurance. And when we talk about Millennium Insurance, all kinds of insurance, we are the champions. That is why we say your trustworthy partner. Is it motor insurance policy? No problem. Get your comprehensive third-party fire and theft and third-party motor insurance. No problem. Maybe you want the Millennium Travel Insurance. Anywhere you're flying to around the world, we are your travel partner. No problem at all. Now, personal accident and group personal accident insurance. Get your 24/7 cover on disability and death for your family and employees. No problem. Visit our sales portal on sales.millenniuminsurancegh.com. No problem at all. And you can find our offices all over Ghana, in Kumasi, in Accra, in Sunyani. Oh my God. This is Millennium Insurance. Get really insured. Not every insurance is an assurance. Some of it is nothing but a disaster. Brother, my sister, this is Millennium Insurance. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And then also we are sponsored by Lemfi. And when we talk about Lemfi, it sounds African, doesn't it? Because it's African owned. My brother, my sister, if you are sending money from the UK, the US of A, Canada, and even the whole of Europe, no problem at all. Make sure you send it via Lemfi. Yes, Lemfi. And when we talk about Lemfi, there is something special about Lemfi. No transfer fees at all. Now, if you are sending money via Lemfi to Ghana, from the places I mentioned, the UK, the US of A, Canada, and Europe, for the very first time, you download the app from App Store and you are good to go. You use the referral code ONERASTA, RASTA Bakupe. Please, this is very important. Once you use that, you get so much money back, what we call the cash back. If you're sending $100, oh gosh, you get $20 back for free once you send up to $100. Now, if you're sending 100 Canadian dollars for the first time using the referral code ONERASTA, you get 20 Canadian dollars back for free. Oh gosh. Now, if you're sending in euro, 100 euro for the first time using the referral code ONERASTA, you get 100 euros as cashback. And the rates are super competitive. This is Lemfi. And Lemfi is doing a lot in Ghana, developing so many different things, social responsibilities to the maximum. That is why I am a proud Lemfian. Are you a proud Lemfian? Remember, if it is not Lemfi, don't send it. This is the Black Pot, aka COCOBOD. And here, we speak truth to power. Thanks so much to our sponsors. We appreciate you and we love you. Today we have 5 very important issues we want to look at. And we're going to run with the speed of lightning. One more time, I apologize for the inconvenience. We have some technical difficulties. It's time now to fly higher and higher and higher. Come with me. Sorry. Number 1. Hey, watch this. How Chairman Wontumi blew stolen 50 million Ghana cedis from COCOBOD. Now, we all know who Chairman Wontumi is, true? The arrogant guy who, as the chairman of the NPP for the Ashanti region, at a point felt that he was Otumfuo. He felt he had his own empire, and he announced that he had built his own empire in the Ashanti region. Otumfuo became very shaky and decided to send his linguists after him. He pretended he was ill. However that thing ended, they asked him to come and pay. Some schnapps and, some innocent animals were slaughtered for his arrogance. In our country, we can misbehave as much as we want. And they ask us to bring innocent animals to be slaughtered. Apeteshi, to feed our drunken gods. My brother, my sister. And we keep misbehaving time after time. After all, if it's all about innocent animals, we can always buy them. If it's about apeteshi for our drunken gods, no problem. This is Chairman Wontumi. He was born Bernard and Chibo Siakon. He used to live in England, and somebody told him, you know what? Come to Ghana. In fact, politics is big money now. And the way you can talk, go back to Ghana. He came back to Ghana and went straight into politics. In our politics, we don't pay you to think, we pay you to talk. So we have empty barrels all over the place. This is a big empty barrel. No common sense. It's just buffoonery. Let me use a smaller word. Balloonery. That is this guy, Chairman Wontumi. The other day I tried to confront him, to tell him, hey, Chairman, some of the things that you are doing, I think that you need to apply a bit of common sense. He got angry with me and called me a drunkard. He called me a drunkard, a Rasta man. And he told me that I was always high on something. He couldn't say what it was, but we all know what he was trying to refer to. Because as a Rasta, there's only one high for all of us, isn't it? My brother, my sister, this is Chairman Wontumi. Stark illiterate. Most of his ideas are born in total illiteracy and ignorance. He was the one who sat on Paul Adom-Okyeri's show and told Paul Adom-Okyeri, hey, the white man came here and then he gave us forest reserves. You know why he did that? And Adom-Okyeri was wondering what philosophy this guy was trying to perpetrate. Because he found gold and other minerals in there. He didn't want the black people to go there. That was why he decided to start that thing called forest reserves. He just fell short of saying that he did not have any regard for any forest reserve. That was why he went to Nimri Forest. Nimri Forest Reserve desecrated the whole forest, my brother, my sister, and stole the gold from the area, which he showed to Paul Adom-Okyeri on his show. At a point, he even said he was going to buy Chelsea. When his party, the dirty NPP, had led all of us like sheep to the slaughter in an economic crunch that befuddled everybody right here in Ghana, and we will never forget that. Neither will we forgive them for that. This is Chairman Wontumi, very arrogant. Hey, there was a time this guy here was almost like the seat of power's president. Anything he said, they would follow that. Everybody in his party feared him except one man. Who was that one man? Professor Frimpong Boateng. This guy. Now, this guy called Professor Frimpong Boateng was put in there as the head of a certain committee against illegal mining, Galamsey and all that. And he came up with a report that there were two people who were the biggest demons of our country's forest reserves and desecration of our land. One Sir John, who is roasting in the hottest part of hell right now, being sodomized by Satan. And he was from Wonwo. He died and was buried in a certain funny grave there in that village called Wonwo. When he died, it was in the days of the COVID. People with no common sense attended the funeral without following COVID protocols. And I believe many hundreds more died because of the foolishness. My brother, my sister, this is the guy, Sir John. One of the greatest disasters we had as Ghanaians as related to our forests. And when he died, they flew him in an helicopter all the way to Wonwo. And tens of thousands of people without face masks, nothing, no COVID protocols followed, went to his graveyard and sang his praises. My brother, my sister. And when his will finally came out, we saw how much he had stolen from the people of Ghana. The government was so embarrassed, it put an embargo on that will, that it was an illegal will. Can you believe that? I've never seen this in the history of this country and even beyond. A man dies, he brings out a will. The nation looks at the will and says, hey, did he steal this much? No, they put an embargo on it. He's in hell. Satan is sodomizing him. This guy. Chairman Wontumi is the next guy. Getting ready to go to hell to continue the sodomization. This guy. Very wicked, dirty guy. This guy. They steal from the republic as if it's their entitlement. They don't care about the multitudes who are suffering. It's all about them. Your dirty party, the NPP, dragged us all the way into a certain perpetuity of economic crunch. Can I say that again? Can I say it again? They dragged us into a certain perpetuity of an economic crunch. And this guy still had the guts, the effrontery to tell us he had so much money he wanted to go, not to buy Real Tamale United, my village team, or Fankwaba United, but to buy Chelsea. An insult to us as Ghanaians when they were busily giving us haircuts, unprofessional haircuts. Some got Sakura. Up till now, they've been bald-headed. No hair has been able to grow from those haircuts they gave to us. You remember those haircuts, right? The DDEP, Domestic Debt Exchange Program. Oh my God, never again, NPP. Never again. These blockheads, never again. They didn't care, my brother. We are not just throwing around words. You know what? Chairman Wontumi, a couple of days ago, the minister in charge of government communications, his name is Felix Kwakye, the diminutive Felix Kwakye, told us something that blew our minds. Hey! Now this guy here, you know what he said? He told us, as he spoke to my sister station, TV3, he spoke to my very good brother, Alfred Okanse. And he said in that interview, how Chairman Wontumi blew 50 million Ghana cedis in his days as chairman of the NPP for the Ashanti region. Let's take a listen to what he said, and when we return, we will tell you how he got that money and how he blew it. Watch this.
In the case of lawyer P. Akubi's client, Wontumi, he would tell you his assets have been frozen.
How much of his assets?
Indeed, I regret to have to. Sorry about it, but
no, the matter is still subjudice. The matter is still subjudice.
Fine.
No, you are allowed to mention those aspects.
You see, so he has. Look, we discovered for instance. No, it's not about.
Please go ahead.
I'm not. Let me also make it clear. I'm not pronouncing.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm not pronouncing on the substantive piece. I'm only telling you the facts. I'm telling you the action that the state has taken. So, for instance, on the 8th of January, 2025. It was found that about 50 million Ghana cedis had been paid him from COCOBOD.
Yeah.
COCOBOD for some work that he said to have done. He moved 30 million of that to purchase some securities. In other words, bonds, I think, treasury bills. And then about 23 million to purchase or set up an insurance company.
Hey, man.
When was this?
Oh, this was in January, February.
Last year.
Yes. So all these assets have been frozen as I speak. Indeed, again, look, even his mobile money account has been frozen.
Chairman won't
Yes.
mobile money account.
Even his mobile money account has been frozen. Unless he sets up another one or use another conduit, he cannot use mobile money, receive or send. So that is the extent to which the state has gone to ring fence these assets, pending the determination of the case. How can anybody see this and say oil has died? The other issue too is that it is important to do thorough investigations. The reason being that it costs money to prosecute people. There may be cases where you suspect strongly that wrongdoing has occurred, but you may not find the evidence. Yeah. In that case, you don't go at all. You suspect strongly that there must be some wrongdoing, but either the evidence has been so well concealed, or that the information available is sketchy and scanty, so you can't go to court with it. In that case, even if you have that suspicion, you cannot go because it costs money, it costs time to prosecute people. It is state resources that are used to do the prosecution. So if you are not absolutely certain, you cannot go there and waste anybody's time. So it is not fair to say that oil has not died.
Felix Kwakye is the minister in charge of government communications, right in the seat of the presidency. My brother, did you hear what he said? Chairman Wontumi blew over 50 million. According to him, about 30 million was taken out and he used that to buy treasury bills. And then over 20 million he used to set up an insurance company. And the rest of the money, oh my God, can I tell you something? Run the dossier. Come here. Hey. Now, according to Felix Kwakye Ofosu, the Minister for Government Communications, as of March 2026, Bernard M. Kibosiako, Chairman Wontumi, expended 50.87 million payment from COCOBOD in the following ways. He spent 30 million Ghana cedis on treasury bills. Some reports say that it was even more than that. He spent about 39 million Ghana cedis to purchase 1-year government securities or treasury bills. And then 20 million, some say it's more than that, 23 million, was allegedly used to set up an insurance company identified as Paradise Insurance Company. Paradise. Have you heard of Paradise Insurance Company before? Have you gone to do business with them before? And he withdrew as much as 11 million. This was a guy who used their incumbency as a political party to steal, allegedly, from the people of Ghana. And you see his face like that. It's so annoying. No serious education. My brother, no investment. The only investment is being loud. People who have gone to school, worked so hard, paid school fees, they would have to come to this guy and beg him for a certain kind of opportunity because our country has no respect for hard work. It's just propaganda and noise. How did Chairman Wontumi get this money? He went to COCOBOD, where my own boss, my teacher, at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Mr. Boahini Edu, helped him to collapse the nation. He took a contract, forged signatures, as we were told by the Attorney General. He forged signatures, and he got money paid into his account. He didn't end there. He went to other institutions using incumbency to take the money. And look at the time the money was paid into his account. a few days before they left power, as if it was a retirement bonus. This is Ibrahim Mahama. He's one of the most useless ministers we have had in this country. He taught me, yes. One of the most useless, and I'm so ashamed of him. So very ashamed of this guy. You see him very quiet. He walks okay, cool, and nice. Recently, I heard that he returned some of the COCOBOD cars. He was not ready to have them. He had the option to buy them after office. He decided that he didn't need them, so he gave them back. Why did it take so long to return them? That's the question everybody's asking. My brother, my sister, this guy helped Chairman Wontumi dupe the nation. As we are being told by the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayene, I am glad that Wontumi is facing justice. On the 26th of this month, Wontumi will see his smoothness level. Judgment will be pronounced, as we are told. And all Ghanaians, I believe, are getting ready to wear their garments of celebration. It's sad that we allow empty heads by virtue of the fact that they are loud. We give them positions and they mess us up. 50 million. Have you heard of that money before? With all my education and the school fees that I paid, I have never smelled half that money all my life. And it's not about me. It's about the nation. Did he do the work? That's the question. The work that COCOBOD said he did he do it? According to the Attorney General's office. Nothing like that was done. So, if this is anything to go by, we are dealing with an armed robber using a pen and political power. Any which way. 26 is coming. We all go to the court and Ghana will be the winner. My brother, my sister, and you can trust all the judges who are in place to do their work. At this point, I want to greet Justice Apangabuno Achibunga, wherever you are. Justice Francis Apangabuno Achibunga. Love and respect. Good afternoon to you. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. What is this? Ghana police rejects big cash bribe from another fake dollar syndicate. Busted. You remember, a couple of weeks ago, we brought you a story about how a certain fake dollar syndicate was at a place there called Tuba, right here in Accra, printing dollar notes. They pretended they were Muslims. They were all foreigners. Tuba is a place that has so many Muslims. Tuba simply means repentance. And it is normally used for people who have repented and become Muslims. The area is full of mosques. The area is so respected for its religiousness. My brother, my sister, they decided to choose such a calm place. And then they started printing. Remember when we spoke with ACI, Kofi? Yes? And he told us everything. We showed you photographs and videos of what happened. Today, my brother, my sister, I am sad to tell you that it is happening again. And this time round, it happened in Odumase. Odumase. And this time round, it is bigger. Ghana Web tells us the story. Counterfeit dollar syndicate busted as police reject 200,000 bribe. And look at the dollars. Look at the people involved. Flip it. Hey! Serious. Now, a counterfeit cash syndicate operating within the Greater Accra and Eastern regions, whose activities have been under strict surveillance by the Ghana Police Service through the AKUFO-ADDO Municipal Investigative Team led by ASP Augustina Santikusi, has been arrested by Odumasi Krobo Police. Following intelligence shared with the Odumasi Krobo Police led by Corporal Williams Asante, embarked on a swift undercover operation. The arrest was made on Wednesday, March 11, 2026. The operation led to the arrest of 3 suspects, Ebenezer Nachu, 20, George Atto, 48, and Bishop Robert Olete, 54. The suspects were found in possession of 105 bundles of counterfeit US dollars in $100 denominations to the tune of 1,050,000 American dollars. Do you know how many boreholes this can build? 1,050,000 American dollars, all counterfeit. Now, the fake currency was concealed in a black and red spotted metal trunk at their hideout at Lassi, a suburb of Odumasi Krobo. Now, according to police sources, the suspects were allegedly preparing to distribute the counterfeit notes on their bucket in exchange for Ghana cedis, taking advantage of the Krobo Odumasi market day. Police sources further disclosed that one of the suspects, Bishop Robert Olete, allegedly offered 200,000 Ghana cedis in genuine cash in an attempt to settle the case and avoid arrest. However, the officers rejected the offer and proceeded with the arrest of the suspects, who were subsequently transported with the exhibits to the Odumasi Krobo District Police Command for further investigation. The suspects and the exhibits have since been handed over to the Akosombo Police Division under the leadership of Chief Superintendent Doris Grant for further investigation and necessary action. And then they were arraigned before court on Friday, March 13. The suspect, Ebenezer Nyatu, 20, was arraigned before the Odumasi Circuit Court to be remanded into custody to assist police with ongoing investigation, whereas the other 2 suspects were granted police inquiry bail. And this was what the police put up. My brother, my sister, the 2 other suspects had been granted police inquiry bail while investigations continue. I honestly don't know why the police granted them bail, but the police know their work more than Blakk Rasta. I'm not a policeman. One person has been held. The police knows exactly why. They had over 1 million American dollars, which they were getting ready to flood the market with. A country that is full of illiteracy and ignorance. A lot of these market women will take this money unsuspectingly, and they put it also in the market. Before they realize that they have been swindled, it would have been too late. This would have done a lot of injustice to us. Now, I'm going to conclude on this note. Dash it away. My brother, my sister, why are they choosing Ghana? Why are they not going to Nigeria? Why are they not going to some other parts of Africa? They are coming to Ghana because the economy is robust. The economy is very swift. The value for money is here, very heavy. That's one reason. Now, the second reason is that once you are in a country like Ghana, you have to look at the acceptability, or better still, the vulnerability of the people, the gullibility of the people. how the people are easily convinced. If you were to take this to America, certainly you know that you'll be arrested. Because every money you give passes through a certain machine. If you take this to the bank, it will pass through a machine. So they will take it to the market where the people are so gullible most of the time, and then they will swindle them. This will end up causing inflation in our country. At this point, I doff my hat for the Odumase police. Krobo Odumase. Look at where they are. Krobo Odumase. It's far away from the capital. Somebody told me the closer you are to the capital, the more corrupt. Because over here in the capital, in fact, life is so fast. If you slow down a bit, you will be swallowed by the hands of the movement or the legs of the movement. In fact, right here in Accra, it is very difficult to live. Living conditions, cost of living, so high. In the villages, people still have good morals. People still believe in, if you do good, it returns to you. And if you do bad, it comes back to you. Unlike in Accra, where it is a whole different caboodle. So they chose that area to go and do this, forgetting that the police in that area still has morals and good judgment of professionalism. I think that the police should be rewarded. It's their work, yes. But I think that at least, even if their faces are shown and they are called men of the month or men of the year, like we do to our employees, employee of the year, employee of the month, these ones would be men of the year. It will help. Imagine, and please forgive me if I'm sounding silly, this was done in a place like Kumasi, a city like Accra, a big city where the life is so fast. Maybe the police would have taken this quietly and taken the fake dollars too and asked these people to go away from the area. And then they will take the money. That's all they will say. They will go and share the money, and Ghana will suffer. And the fake money, if we are lucky, they might set that ablaze. Or, if we are not, the police itself can start using this money. We have seen that before. I want to thank the IGP. I want to thank the Ghana police. It looks like with the coming of Mahama, we have seen the police show more professionalism. Please increase the salaries of the police and push the agenda of patriotism more. A lot of police officers, in fact, they end their professional life so poor. Some of them who are in government bungalows are removed after service. And if they couldn't make enough money to build their own houses, they go back to the family houses. That's if they have family houses at all. And it's sad that you finish all your work and you go back to a family house with 5, 6, 7 children. Where are you going to keep them? Maybe I'm not putting it out properly. But let's look at the police. They play a very important role in keeping the focal length of the society sharp. Yes, the focal length of the society sharp and good is the Blakk Pot, aka COCOBOD. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey ya, hey yo, wayo.
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin, breathe in the aroma, let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean, you feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente, luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Blackpot, Kuku show them.
It's the Black Pot, aka COCOBOD, and here we speak truth to power. I remember, here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Please share the broadcast, hit on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us, okay? This is the Black Pot. Please share the broadcast. Story number 3. Watch this. Ibrahim Mahama donates private jet to Ghana. Wow. Now, recently, people have been talking about the private jet. Mahama is using his brother's private jet. His brother has bought a new private jet at the cost of 70 million American dollars. And it is the Bombardier Global 6500. This one is a big one, nice one, private jet. The Jetta plane. He bought this, my brother, my sister, this month of March, 70 million American dollars. He had one, which he bought in 2012. And that one cost him 27 million American dollars at the time. It was the Bombardier Challenger 604. What does the inside look like? This is what the inside looks like. My brother, my sister, and Ibrahim Mahama has been flying this for his business. He owns a cement factory right here in Ghana called the Jetta Cement. And it looks like he loves Jetta. It is very close to his heart. He has E&P, engineers and planners, but he decided to name the plane the Jetta. And my brother, my sister, this was the plane he was flying until March this year, this same month, when he bought the Bombardier Global 6500 at the cost of 70 million. Tongues were wagging. Why should the president use his brother's plane? Of course, genuine questions. People wanted to know if this will in a way read some undertones of favoritism, conflict of interest. If your brother is the president and you give him these favors, would he not also give you favors using government incumbency? This was the concern of many people. My brother, my sister, but my very good brethren, Dr. Callistus Mahama, came out proudly on the heels of the discussion. And he made it clear that, you know what? It's genuine that people want to know if this would have some favoritism undertones, conflict of interest undertones. And he explained, my brother, my sister, that by November, Ghana is going to have a new private jet that would be for the nation. We have one that is sitting there already. We hear it's not in the best of conditions. It's been fixed left, right, and center. There was a time it was even said that it was bugged and that the plane was not in good condition. The Ghana Air Force is looking at it and is yet to okay it. So in the interim, the president decided to use his brother's aircraft once in a while. Most of the time, he flew commercial. But Ghanaians were worried for a good reason. Conflict of interest. Are you not going to give your brother everything because he's giving you these favors? But the good news, my brother, is that the president only uses it once in a while. It has also come out that it is for free. Ibrahim is a crazy philanthropist. Ibrahim gives more money to people than the government of Ghana. Whether his brother is in power or not, Ibrahim is more charitable to Ghanaians more than the government of Ghana. True or false? How many people have been benefited from the largesse of Ibrahim? I have heard about Ibrahim over and over, but I never had the occasion to meet him, not even to have his number. Can you believe that? There was a day I was sitting at home. I had just released a Jankaba. And then I saw a call come in. Some cold Saturday morning. I remember I was supposed to have a gig with Zap Mallet in the studio to record a new song. And then a call started coming in. True caller told me that it was Ibrahim Mahama. But it could have just been anybody. So I answered the call. Hi. He said, yeah, fine. Hey, I like the song. I like your music. Blah, blah, blah. The Jankaba, yeah. You know, when we were in school, I used to play it on the piano and all that and all that. You know, started talking. The way he was talking, I said, no, Ibrahim Mahama won't talk like this. I'm sure this is a regular fan. I said, oh, you like it? Please share so that many more people can be part of it. You know, at the point, I treated him as a fan. Oh, but have you heard about the new album that we just released? So, not yet. But this is the one that I've heard, and I like it so much. Where are you? Say, who is this fan who is trying to know where I am? Like that. Who be who? And I said, I'm at home. Say, where do you live? And I mentioned. He said, then you are not far away from me. Come, I would like to see you. I said, Something said, ask him, is this the Ibrahim Mahama that I know, or is the one that I don't know? And another thing said, don't risk it. Just ask him where he is and go there. And I asked, oh, where can I locate you? Then he mentioned. And of course, I knew that he was hanging around that area at Kaokudi there. When he mentioned, I said, what? My voice all of a sudden changed. Because I had come so close to a man that many people would like to meet. He might not like it that I'm telling this story. Many years back, when I released a Jankaba, a rendition of the original. When I got to the house, they welcomed me, and I met him for the first time. He told me how he loved the music, blah, 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 took me to his cement factory. We took pictures, which I never released. Wow. When we finished, he gave me money like this. I will ask him if he wants me to mention it. Money like this. At the time, he was in opposition. At the time, he was struggling. At the time, he was getting threats from Canada, Japan, and the rest that he will go to jail. At the time, he was trying to secure money from the NPP government to complete his factory. But he still gave me money like this. Pufu. Zap Mallet was in the studio, bothering me. You're not coming. I came to the studio because, hey, Zap, Massa, this money that I am holding, can buy that your studio. I mean, it's a joke. So I told Zap what had happened, and he was overly excited. I fetched the money, and I gave it to Zap. You know what Zap said? In fact, all my years of engineering and making music, you are the artist who is giving me this amount of money. God bless you. And I was happy. What I forgot to say was to tell Ibrahim, all my years as an artist, you are the guy who has given me this pufu. They call it blog. But later, I sent him a message which he never responded. He's finished with me. This is Ibrahim. Even in opposition, that is what he keeps doing. You go to his house there, and it looks like the whole of Nima is there. They have a serpentine queue, which is almost like an anaconda that is on heat. He will make sure that he comes out and gives everybody something to take home. Every time I drive around the house, I pray for him. I say, may God continue to give this man more so he can give to people. That's the prayer I pray for myself. I don't like taking from people. I like to give. Lord, I am not complaining about how people ask me, oh, Blakk, give me this, give me this. But give to me so I can give to them. And everybody in my team knows this. If I have, you too, you have. That's how it is. My brother, can we now hit the nail on the head? Come here. Now Ibrahim has decided that he will donate the old plane. My brother, not to Kennedy Japan, who has been dreaming of having a private jet from the age of 60. And he has realized that he probably is unable to buy it, or he doesn't need it anymore, whatever he is, because he's also wealthy, as we are told. Even though recently, many people said he's not as wealthy as he says he is. I respect whatever he says he is. My brother, he decided to donate it to Ghana. And GBC made it clear. Watch this. Ibrahim Mahama converts old private jet into life-saving air ambulance for nationwide emergency response. My brother, and this is what, 4th of March 2026. Right now they are using it to carry chloroquine, camoquine, betaquine, sweetaquine, all the quins they carry into Ibrahim's jet. And it flies all over Ghana, distributing medicines and carrying patients. Not cocaine. He's not using it to drop bombs. He's not using it to fly people to Mecca. No. He's flying sick people. Very sick people. He's donated it to the people of Ghana. First and foremost, they have to check to find out if it is airworthy. It's in the best of conditions. Use it. Do you know how much he bought it for? 27 million American dollars in 2012. I know the guy who fixes this plane because I interviewed him once on radio at Xylophone. The plane mechanic. My brother, my sister, is the best private jet we have in Ghana, owned by a private person. This is bigger than the one that is owned by RNAQ, Richard Nyama. It's bigger than any other one that any other person owns in Ghana. Ibrahim has donated it to Ghana. We are using this to carry sick people. Munje. If he can donate to the people of Ghana like this, and he has a record of doing that even in opposition, what kind of a human being is this? Or a nipa being? What kind of a human being is this one too? Doesn't he have family members who deserve to have that? Why did he not donate it to one of his brothers? Maybe Raf. But he decided to donate it to the state. And that is not conflict of interest. He's donated it to the state. Obian Yusu. If he can donate a whole plane to the state, is it flying his brother from Pesingpe to Salaga? That is conflict of interest. I'm not debunking what Ghanaians are trying to achieve with this inquisition. What I'm saying is that, looking at the track record of Ibrahim, whether he's in hell or in heaven, he's still giving. So, what kind of a human being is this? When the other government decided to starve him of contracts, people in Liberia were calling him and giving him contracts in Liberia and beyond. The people who Nana Addo's government gave contracts to, they came to Ghana and didn't have the capacity to deliver. They had to fall on Ibrahim to help them deliver. My brother, by the age of 21, he was already part of those who built the Akwaje and beyond. That circle. Before his brother could even move from assemblyman to whatever. So yes, it's good to inquire, it's good to probe, but I think that this is quite harmless. Yes, Ibrahim has mining ambitions. He wants to have the bauxite. He wants to have this. He wants to have this. But let's genuinely look at his capacity. Let us look at whether he is capable of doing it or not. It's better to give it to a Ghanaian who will donate a plane to Ghana than to give it to an Italian or an Indian who will run away with the money and go and sit down there worshiping Buddha. It is what it is. The truth is bitter. That is why I am so sweet to nullify the bitterness of the truth in your life. To Ibrahim, I can never be like you. Yes, I also give. But I give 10 cedis, 20 cedis. That's what I can give. But you give sometimes what you don't have. I pray when I grow, I am like you. You donated a plane to Ghana. It's not a problem. But flying your brother from Pesingpe to Salaga or Pembi is a problem. How about the guy who stole so much money, took his wife all the way to Mecca with stolen money? We need more of the Ibrahims. Whether they are in opposition or not, they are still giving. What a man. If I go to heaven and I don't see Ibrahim in there, then that is not heaven. I will go to hell. Maybe he's there. That's the real heaven. I leave it here. It's a Blakk Pot, aka COCOBOD. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 4. Kai Dudo. Mechega. All about why Freddy Blay was arrested today. Today it was in the news. All over, all the media houses published it. Breaking news. Freddy Blay arrested. Boom. Breaking news. NPP's Freddy Blay reportedly arrested. If this was an Indian film, you hear bang, 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 bang. Freddy Blay arrested, bang, 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 bang. You've watched Indian films before. They have different tones. Their guns sound differently from the Hollywood guns. That's how their guns sound in the Indian movies. When the Americans are big, and when they shoot, it throws them up and down and see a lot of smoke. Hey, India. My brother, Freddy Blay was arrested. But Gen Z may not know this guy. In my days, he was called Elembele Mugabe. Hey, he had stayed in power as an MP at Elembele there for far too long. He crossed carpets from the CPP all the way to the NPP. Oh, what a man. What is this? Where do you stand? Are you an Nkrumahist or you are a Buzia Dankwa? This is Freddy Blay. He's a political prostitute. This guy. Political male prostitute. That is him. He was arrested. But can I tell you more about Freddy Blay? Maybe you don't know too much about him. Run the dossier. Hey. That's him. That's Freddy Blay. He was born Frederick Wasemao Ama Blay, popularly known as Freddy Blay or Elembele Mugabe. He is a veteran Ghanaian lawyer, politician, and media owner. The owner of a very popular private newspaper, Daily Guide. Do you all remember that newspaper? The internet, the days of the internet and social media have really come to diminish the power of that newspaper. He is best known for his leadership within the New Patriotic Party and his long tenure in Ghana's parliament as Elembele Mugabe. He was born in 1951. He's older than Ghana. He's in the western region of Ghana, and he went to Adisadel College before earning his Bachelor of Laws from the University of Ghana. He qualified as a barrister at law at the Ghana School of Law. He's a member of the Ghana Bar Association, and he's been a member since 1977. And he's the senior partner at Blay and Associates, specializing in corporate, commercial, and what have you, business. Oh, yes. And energy law. He's the majority shareholder and board chairman of Western Publications Limited, which publishes the Daily Guide newspaper. He served as MP for Elembele, as I told you earlier, from 1997 to 2009. 16 solid years, 4 terms. Now, during his time in Parliament, he held the high-ranking positions of Second Deputy Speaker and later First Deputy Speaker. This is Freddy Blay. He was originally a member of the CPP. Then he joined the NPP. After a fallout with CPP leadership, he eventually rose to become the national chairman of the NPP. We all remember the cars that he donated, allegedly, to his party. That became controversial. In public service, listen, he served as the board chairman of the National Petroleum, that's Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, from 2017 until recently, overseeing Ghana's state interest in oil and gas sector, in the oil and gas sector, from 2017 until they lost power. He was the boss, Oboro, of GNPC, Freddy Blay. He's married to a beautiful woman that I met briefly at Labadi Beach when we were doing Kuchoko Root Festival last year, Gina Blay, who served as Ghana's ambassador to Germany. Maybe by virtue of the fact that her husband is a big politician with the NPP, and they have 3 children. 3 children. Now, one of those children, he was embroiled in a big controversy with. You remember the Labadi, some hotel, and You know, that kind of issue. They have been going to court with a Blakk. Hot. It looks like this man is a champion in land grabbing. Greedy man. It looks like that. He's been in the news, talking so much about land. He and his son tried to grab some government lands. And a Blakk came in and said, hey, you cannot do that. And they are in court, sorting it out. And some other land issues. It was because of one of those land issues that Freddy Blay was arrested today. From as far back, he will refuse to go to court for one reason or the other. And he's a lawyer. So he should know better about going to court. Run the dossier. Hey. Freddy Blay. Some land at Kitasi. Kitasi. Somebody had a land, piece of land, built on it. And before he realized, Freddy Blay and the chief of the area called something or sign, came together and broke down this man's property on his own piece of land. As said, my brother, my sister, and the matter went to court. The alleged owner of the land went to court to say that, you know what? This is my piece of land at Kitasi. I own this piece of land. I put up a building on the piece of land. And this man, by virtue of his life as a politician, wielding political power, and what have you, he came in conjunction with a chief and broke down my thing. And then they were supposed to be going to court. He refused to go until the court decided to issue a bench warrant. And he was arrested. They arrested him today after the issuance of the bench warrant. They took him there to the police, and he has been refused bail because the court has told you several times to come. You refused. As a lawyer, you should know better. His arrest was triggered by a bench warrant issued by the Ekropong Circuit Court. According to police reports, Blay had repeatedly failed to honor court invitations and formal arrangements dating back to April 2025. A teen god. After allegedly destroying somebody's property at Kitasi. Now, the case stems from a complaint filed in February 2025 by a landowner in Kitasi, a Kwapim area. The complainant alleged that an ongoing building project on his land had been destroyed. Now, during the investigation, 5 suspects arrested at the scene allegedly named Freddy Blay and a traditional leader, Nana Osai Ntifu I, as the individuals who ordered the demolition. Following his arrest, the Ekropong Circuit Court denied him bail. Blay was reportedly taken to the CID headquarters in Accra before being handed over to the Eburi District Police Command and is expected to be transferred to COCOBOD for further legal proceedings. No bail. What happened? You vote people into power, they taste a bit of power and they become teen gods. They are no more respecters of the law. The same law that they pretend to be standing by. The same law that they say they are so knowledgeable of, so learned. learned colleague. If we all behave like this, as alleged, how will the courts survive? You wouldn't have a job as a lawyer. If all the courts are demeaned, the way he allegedly has demeaned the court to the point that there's a bench warrant for him. Under John Dramani Mahama, the laws will work. Under John Dramani Mahama, Elembele Mugabio, Durigaga Mugabio, Salaga Kwesingpe Mugabio, Amakom Motiselao, a man from Nebuchadnezzar. Hey, whatever your name is, the laws will work against you if you misbehave. Dash him away. From one land issue, a case of land grabbing. My party is in power. We must grab land, as alleged by Samuel Okudzeto Blakk, and they are in court right now. Another land issue. Why? For you, it's all about land. Any which way. Freddy Blay is still in custody, locked up, no bail. It wouldn't even make sense to give him bail because he's been invited several times to come. He's not coming. He's behaving like a fugitive. Now he's been picked up. He must be locked in there so that he will taste what other people taste when lawyers do not do their work. It's the Blakk Pot, aka COCOBOD. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a final story. Hey! Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Pot, COCOBOD, man.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka COCOBOD. And here we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast. Hit on the subscription. Oh, yes. And, of course, the notification bells so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. This is the Blakk Pot, aka COCOBOD, where we speak truth to power. Story number 5. And this is a big one. More sins of AKUFO-ADDO revealed. I came across a video by the Minister of Government Communications at the seat of government, the Jubilee House. You might call it the Flagstaff House, depending on which side of the blockade you are. My brother, my sister, this is Felix Kwakye. He granted an interview to my own TV3. Alfred Okanse spoke with him, and he said some things that are very, very disturbing about the Nana Addo government. We have decided to go into that and bring you details. Let us watch what Felix Kwakye said about the Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO government and what the government did in order to demean Ghana and also to make Ghana lose so much money, and what is being done to recoup the money. As a Ghanaian, you should be disturbed. Watch this.
First of all, this is not the only time that a contractor has received mobilization and hasn't showed up. There's a case of a contractor who got a $300 million road contract somewhere around Wali Wali. I think it's Wali Wali to Sabine. He was paid $29 million in mobilization. And he hasn't showed up.
But that one,
$29 million.
Yes,
And
it's an
you don't
Indian
have to do
contractor.
that person.
no, Kadiri is contesting it. He says that why haven't you people put the person before court? So he's contesting it. I saw him on the floor of Parliament.
A demand has been made for the contractor to come back to site after a certain period. If he doesn't show up, action will be taken. Indeed, the problem actually is that the contract that was given him said that if he is not given some additional funds, he won't show up. You understand? So those who did that contracting clearly did place us as a country at a disadvantage, and therefore ought to be, and they will be held to
The
account.
entire 29 million has been drawn
additional
down.
money.
Yes, in fact, there's another instance. There's another
wait.
instance where an agreement was signed with an Israeli company to supply us with 19 armored personnel carriers, what we call armored cars for the military. And I think that about $40 million was paid.
And he hasn't performed.
He hasn't performed. And
And he's
the
still
contract
sleeping.
is that if they don't pay the additional $40 million,
Wow.
they are not going to supply. So we are compelled as a state to add it.
That is obviously an unconscionable
Absolutely,
contract.
absolutely. So in fact, it was in
$40 million.
$40 million has been paid. But the contract is that if we don't pay it's $80 million in all. If we don't pay the additional $40 million,
Felix, what
they will
I'm
not
saying is
refund.
that-
Wait.
They will not refund the $40 million that was initially paid to them as an advance. So the other problem is that those who do the contracting on behalf of the state also have serious questions to answer for putting us in such a situation. Because I would imagine that if for any reason I sign a contract with you and you've not delivered the items, and I've paid you an advance or mobilization, whatever it is called, if for any reason
You have not even started.
you've not been started, if for any reason I fall into difficult times and I'm not able to pay the remainder, you don't keep my money. You return my money to me. When you've not even, it is a different matter if you've delivered and I've paid you half. Then you can hold me to pay you the rest. But so clearly, those who sign these contracts and negotiate
Yeah, but
on our behalf.
are they contracts that are not voidable?
This is Felix Kwakye, Minister in charge of government communications. Now, my brother, this is disturbing. Which company did this? Which company? It's very simple. Tamale, Savulugu, Wale Wale Road. The contract was given out. Under Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO. They gave it to an Indian company by name JMC Projects. That's it. JMC Projects India Limited. It is a Kalpataru Group enterprise. Kalpataru is the mother limited or enterprise. And under Kalpataru, we have JMC. JMC was founded in 1986. My brother, according to the minister, they were supposed to build a road. Tamale, Savulugu, all the way down to Wale Wale in the north. And it was worth how much? $300 million. $300 million. But when you go to the company's website, it says that it was worth $158 million. But the Ghanaian government said it was 300 million American dollars. And they paid them close to 30 million, 29 point something they gave to them as mobilization. To show you that the contract is on. This is part payment for you to mobilize and come and start. My brother, they did only 1% of the job, clearing some areas, a little bit of clearing. And they took the rest of the money to India. After all, we are idiots who are more interested in what we will get from the money that we steal and help foreigners go with the money. You get a foreigner He say, oh, I'm giving you this contract. This contract is worth 10 Ghana. Let's say it's 50 Ghana. And then you take 30 Ghana, and then we'll take 20 Ghana. Do you agree? Oh, no problem. It's your own country. You can do whatever you want with it. They sign and take the money away. And we are here crying. Run the doors here. My brother, watch this. Now, based on reports from June 2025 regarding the Tamale Savulgu Walewale road project in Ghana, the contractor accused of taking approximately $29.6 million or $30 million and failing to execute the work is JMC Projects India Limited. Now, the project is a 113-kilometer project from Savulgu to Walewale in the northern region, which commenced in June 2022 with an expected completion date of December 2025. JMC Projects received $29.6 million. That's 20% of $158 million contract sum as a mobilization fee. So you see, 158. Maybe the minister slipped a little bit. Now, despite receiving the funds, the contractor completed only 1% of the work, with reports indicating they barely cleared the site. They just cleared and took all the money to India. After that, the company tried to rebrand. According to Kwame Governance Agboja, who I spoke with before we came on, they now tried to call it Kalpataru. I beg your pardon, Kalpatura projects. But what it is really is that Kalpatura is the mother company and JMC is part of it. Now, this whole fraudulent thing has been referred to the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine, to look at this. Now, the CEO, the boss of JMC at the time was called SK Tipati. This guy. He was the boss. They sat on the money. They didn't care what happened because they had a contract for 158 million. We gave them about 30 million, 20% of the whole thing. They came and cleared the place and went back to Bangladesh, sitting down and enjoying themselves. They forgot totally about us. They didn't care. SK Tipati, that's his name. They took our money away. Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO signed a bad contract with these people until they get a big chunk of the money. They are not returning. They have tried to bring them back to come and work, but these people are saying no. You have to pay. The contract says that you must pay us this amount of money for us to be able to start the work properly. Once the money is not paid, we are not coming. What kind of contract did they sign? Now, the second one is, and it's in the code cards, the news code cards, Israeli company. My brother, my sister, got a contract in Ghana to supply armored cars. And these armored cars, my brother, my sister, were supposed to be hitting Ghana. We paid them 40 million American dollars. They didn't supply anything. They said before we will supply anything, you have to add another 40 million to make it 80 million. That's what the contract says. We are taking full pay for that. My brother, my sister. And the news is all over the place. What kind of contract did we sign with them? Is this one of the companies that Rashida probably went to contact on behalf of Ghana? Are you aware that Rashida used to do that? Rashida Sani. She'll go all the way to Russia to try and secure some military wear, whatever it was, walkie-talkies, whatever, and some other such things. Was Rashida involved in this too? Using Edubwahine? Hey, Ghana. When Edubwahine was in power, he gave a lot of contracts to Rashida, his girlfriend. Go and supply these things for security in Ghana. Could this be one of those? Armored cars supply that. And we are careful when we speak. When it finally comes out, then we'll tell you that, oh, we knew we were just playing safe till the authorities came out properly. My brother, who got the contract? Who contacted the Israelis? Who was responsible for this suffocating contract? Hey, a lot of people have done Ghana so bad. They never respected Ghana. We should never ever respect them. We should treat them like the villains that they are, whether they are our family members or not. Look how much suffering they brought to bear. And they still wanted, my brother, my sister, to continue being in power. It's sad. But my brother, I'm glad the Mahama government is here. The 8 years of rot of the Nana Addo Bawumia government has ended. And our prayer is that all who stole money, all who treated Ghana so badly, will pay for everything that they did against the motherland. It's the Black Pots, aka COCOBOD. And here we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. I want to say God bless. I want to say love you. And I must apologize one more time for the technical problem we had at the beginning of the broadcast, which meant that we had to shut down the broadcast and go back and fix a few things. We apologize for the inconvenience. I want to believe that we've had a good time. I want to believe that we have stood in the service of God and country. And thank you so much for being part of this. To our sponsors, we want to also say thank you so much. Oh, to Millennium Insurance, we thank you so much. We appreciate you. And thank you so much also to Tesori Doriente. That's a shower gel you should be using. That's what I use. And I feel good. And I smell so good. And I'm confident. And many people, when I walk them past, they turn around as if to ask, what perfume do you use? And my skin glows and it looks good. Yes, that the Ash Limited will make sure that you have Tesori Doriente. And I want to say thank you so much to Lemfi. And when we talk about Lemfi, when you are sending money from the UK, Canada, from the US of A, and even Europe, you know that you have to use Lemfi. You know why? If you are using it for the first time, use the referral code 1RASTA. Rasta Bakupe. 1RASTA. And once you use that, you get some cash back. If you send up to $100, Canadian dollars or American dollars, you get $200 back. Euro, $100, you get, yes, $100, you get 10 back, right? Yes, 10, you get 10 back. Yeah, 10 back. I'm so excited about this, my brother, my sister. When you send 100 American dollars, okay, 100 Canadian dollars, you get 20. When you send 100 euro, you get 10 euros back. Okay? That's Lemfi, okay? All right, and when you continue using the code anytime you send money, one Rasta, you keep getting bonuses over and over. Our numbers are also scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. We love you and we appreciate you. Let's look at your comments and we are done for the day, okay? Send your comments via Facebook. Let them also come via YouTube. Kelly Blakk says, devil is a liar. Welcome back. Pa Mensa says, I'm always happy to hear Wontumi is always in trouble. Very little common sense, as Black Rasta would say. Samuel Nate is laughing. Hey, is this Jetta? Jetta, are you the one? Sam George, you know he's called Samuel Nate. Are you the one? Let me know. I met Michael says, hey, yo. Hey, our country or nothing. Notre pays ou rien. Emmanuel Ania says, sick and tired about stories concerning these criminals because till date, none of them has been jailed. Are the authorities playing with us or what? Well, 26 is the judgment day. Be patient, okay? Emmanuel Ania. Yahya Salfu says, welcome, Professor Blakk. Come here. You think so you day wise. Why, oi? JDSGH says, greetings, Blakk. We are live. Why, oi? Samuel Nate says, why, oi? All right. We hear you. More comments? Coming in. Rich Lip says, good evening, everyone, and every two watching you live from Missouri in the United States, okay? Raskaba says, assalamu alaikum, my big brother, Professor Blakk Rasta himself. More respect to you, and I pray that may Allah Almighty protect and guide you always, inshallah. JDSGH says, our country or nothing. Why, Blakk? Speak truth to power. Ameto Michael says, Blakk Rasta, were you aware of the new helicopter crash at Tema Community 1? And try and bring us some update. Yes, I'm aware of it. We got wind of it when we were just about to come on. And we didn't really want to be late in trying to, get all the facts together and all that. But we'll bring you that story, okay? All right, thank you so much. Emmanuel Ania says, Blakk, this week, I hope you bring us Rashida's story. Don't tell us people have called you to squash. No, sir. We're not in a damn thing, man. No, man. Quash what? Michael Nowachi says, Chairman Wontumi is disturbing our network. More comments coming in via Facebook and also via YouTube. Emmanuel Ania says, Blakk, I pray for strength and God's guidance upon your life because this part of truth you have is between life and death. Raskaba says, Chairman Wontumi is a full-time jail candidate. Simple. No way out for a timid person like Chairman Wontumi. Raskaba says, watching you live from Spain, Barcelona. Long live Professor Blakk Rasta and long live the Black Pot. More fire. Ameto Michael says, these people are walking free out here. It's very sad when you see the small thieves in jail and their masters moving around. What a shame for our motherland, Ghana. Emmanuel Ania says, I wouldn't be surprised if all these alleged criminals walk free. If the authorities claim they have all this solid evidence, why haven't they sentenced them? Well, judgment day is 26, all right? So we'll see what's up, okay? Well, my name is Blakk Rasta. If your messages have not been read, feel no way. We still are going to look at them after the broadcast. We'll pick them, and then those that need to be responded to, we will. And we love you and appreciate you. Make sure you have a good shower with Tesori Doriente. And when you're sending money, please don't forget the code 1 Rasta. 1 Rasta. Rasta Bakupe. And use Lemfi, competitive rates. And then, if you must be insured, it must be Millennium Insurance. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta. I'll catch you again tomorrow. Yes, same time, 6 p.m. Until then, on behalf of the team here, we love you. We appreciate you. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo!